we all should fly out to Becky's house and we all should clean her house with her. Like,
nah, no, thank you. No, thank you.
Come on, Xylee.
Nope, I am not a team player.
Give us a hip hip hooray! Right I can't even get down on my hands and knees to wash the floor, but I'll bust through some walls and give her a veranda or something. I'll demolish that sumbitch. But Mike, how you feel about Richie? Richie's in waiting right now.
My response is the same thing that Xylee said. It's like I can't have an opinion because this is a deeply personal situation between the two of them. Now, what I would say is, he was talking to Bridget in the comment section before I came on. It's like, Bridget was like, why did you record it? And he was like, oh, I recorded it for the police. Well, then why the fuck did you post it on Discord?
For spite. For spite.
Yeah. For spite, because he was pissed. Yeah.
I'm going to pull Richie in. Do you want to stick around or do you want...
Yeah, I'll stick in.
All right, okay. I just want to give you a heads up before I pull them in. Richie, you're live. You got a camera?
My camera's still not unpacked from coming back home.
All right. So, Richie, you obviously have a lot to talk about right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to lead you into anything. Do you want to just start?
Well, I would first I would start by saying that the allegations are 100% false. There is zero basis in reality to any of the sexual abuse allegations that have been levied against me. There's not anything that could be stretched to come to that point. There's no basis in reality whatsoever. I would first and foremost completely denounce the allegations.
Okay. That's first and foremost. After that, what do you say about this?
I'm not super proud about releasing the video of her house. I didn't take the video to release the video. I took the video because I saw how she was with Review Tech after they broke up, and he says that they never actually even dated. So, whatever it was, but I took the video as a deterrent mechanism. I made her aware that I had this video, and that if she wanted to make this ugly, then we could do it that way. But I would much prefer that we just not slander one another, not talk shit about each other, and just move on. We dated for 2 months. All of this doesn't need to be happening. Like, people can just not get along and go about their lives.
I mean, I wish that's what would have happened and it not,
I wanted that more than anything. Trust me.
Richie, I think we were talking in, was it Discord maybe a month ago, when I first started talking to you in Discord, and everybody was saying you were going to break up soon, and you kind of had this mindset. You were like, yeah, your relationships usually last about 2 months. You're like, maybe I am out soon. And did you know
RTU was putting that 2-month time limit on the relationship?
Exactly.
If you heard me discussing that's probably where that came from.
Somehow he was right again, which I hate because this motherfucker. I got words for him in time, but
oh really?
Yeah.
I actually just spent the Lolcow Queen slot over at RTU streams watching the last night Lolcow stream because I didn't want to listen to her lie about me for another 2 hours. It's like really frustrating when you can't defend yourself. So I went over there tonight instead.
She was on the show for maybe 30 minutes, and then it was just me and Tina.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was about to say it was only 30 minutes. She was on.
I just expected it to be like last night where she spent like 90 minutes lying about me. Like almost nothing she said was true.
Where do you think she would get this stuff from?
Well, a lot of it is like made up completely, like the SA stuff. Like there's no basis in reality. Some of it has a little basis in reality, like my erectile dysfunction. Like I've never taken like a dick pill in my life. I'm 41. Like I'm pretty okay. The problem is though that the house was so dirty and it smelled so bad that it was like really distracting. Like I couldn't just get to that like over the final hump there. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just too much going on. Like I'm not to be like mean or rude or anything, but her hygiene wasn't great and her house was kind of really. It was just like too
Why
much.
Did you stick around?
I felt really bad leaving her for something like that because number one, we discussed making attempts for her to get better, and number two, this is like a personal weakness, and I would much rather help her get through the personal weakness than just leave her for it, is like my mindset at the time. But once she called the cops on me for like no reason, like there was no legitimate reason to call the cops whatsoever, and like I've known females who were like that in the past. People who weaponize the police, that's like the most giant red flag to me. Like I understand like this is like a really dangerous situation or whatever.
Were you not going to leave the house?
Okay.
I asked her if I could stay for like an hour or two just to make sure I was under the legal limit when I drove because like I had a couple shots or whatever. I didn't know. I don't have like a BAC. I don't really drink. So I didn't know if I was over the legal limit or not. I just didn't want to take the chance. And like she lives kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it was like 10 degrees out, and it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I had my cat, and I had a few drinks, and I asked her if I could just hang out in the front room for a couple hours where I had my PC set up or whatever, and I would leave as soon as I felt like I wouldn't be a risk to anybody on the road or get stopped and get in trouble personally. And the reason she called the cops was because I refused to apologize for the Discord thing. So like she didn't feel threatened. It was like either you apologize or I'm gonna call the cops. And so like obviously you're weaponizing the police at that point.
Yeah.
And that's when you filmed the video, because I got a screenshot here from today at 6:29 p.m. my time. You said, I filmed when I was waiting for the cops. She knew
Yes.
the video existed and would be released if she slandered me, which she did. That's your
Correct.
words.
Yep,
What
correct.
you said.
Yep.
So
I wanted my
you knew the cops were coming when you
Yes.
filmed it?
Yes, it took them like 20 minutes to get there. I knew the cops were on the way. I stayed in the computer room for the first 15 minutes of it. And when I knew that they would probably be like close, I like started coming out by the door because she was in her bedroom. I started coming out by the door to meet them at the door. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm not going to make them come in there and get me or what. Like, I didn't do anything. I understand I'm not in trouble. Like, I'm not hiding at all.
Now, Richie, with her essay allegation that you say is completely baseless, she claimed that you had drugged her. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct at all.
What did she claim?
I don't even know what she claims, to be honest, because it hasn't. As far as I know, I've only seen the Discord stuff. I haven't seen any actual claims. I don't know when this supposedly happened. Keemstar said on New Year's on Local Live. I don't know where he got that from. I haven't seen that claim either directly. I don't know exactly when this was supposed to happen. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to have done.
She said that in the Discord, though.
I didn't see that. She wiped her Discord today at like 12:30. So if it was from yesterday, I just might have missed it.
Do you usually have drugs on you?
No, I don't. I've been off of hard drugs since 2011. I used to be, you know, quite a recreational drug user in my earlier years. I was a little wild.
Yeah.
Send a screenshot.
But yeah, 2011 I got off of hard drugs. I still smoke a little bit of weed.
True.
I haven't done another drug besides weed since the early 2010s. I might have like taken some e-pills or something.
Being one of two people that knows what actually went down, what is your idea of a way to end this amicably or with the
I don't know. It's hard because she's like lying and slandering me in such a dramatic fashion. I've contacted a lawyer because it is a baseless claim and she is defaming me.
Your opening statement was very lawyery.
Unfortunately it has to be. I would have much rather just fucked off into the sunset, to be honest. I don't have a single ex-girlfriend right now that I can't call and say, how are you doing? I don't have these tumultuous breakups. I've never been through this before. I've also never had somebody lie and claim that I sexually assaulted them. I've never sexually assaulted anybody. I've never had anybody claim I have. These are completely detached from anything that I'm actually about or that I stand for.
When did the two of you actually break up?
The night the cops came.
What night was that?
It was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago? And
Yep.
Did you think it was a good idea to stay in the Discord? Or did you...
Well, I mean, again, we should be able to break up and share a Discord space. It shouldn't be that big of a deal if we can act like adults.
Yeah, it's weird because it's her job, right? So it's, in a way, it's like
I've been here for like a year longer than her too, though, right?
No, I know. It's like imagine you dated a woman at your favorite restaurant. And
I'm pretty entrenched in this community. I could fuck off, but like, should I have to? I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, no, I know you're big in the community. I know all that. I'm just these are questions I wanted to hear answers from, you know?
She suggested that I leave about 10 minutes before she made the allegation up. She actually texted me after Queens ended. And I told her, why are you texting me? You just spent like 90 minutes talking shit about me. You're gross. You smell bad. Your house is disgusting. I don't want anything else to do with you, and I'm blocking you. And then so she started tagging me in the server after I texted her that back and blocked
Richie,
her. And when I didn't reply to her in the server, that's when the allegation came out. So it was like a 10-minute window, maybe 15-minute tops between I blocked her and when she made that allegation up.
So Richie, we got people offering to pay big money to cover travel expenses to have you or Becky take a lie detector test.
I would absolutely take. I would 100% take a polygraph test, especially if it was at no cost to me. I will go tomorrow.
Yeah, we have literally people willing to back this financially. So
Well, if you guys make it happen, I will 100% take a polygraph test. I'll take 2 of the motherfuckers because I didn't do anything.
okay. Well, we have that. We have that on record.
Well, tell them to contact me. Let's make it happen. I'm more than happy to do it.
This is what Billy was talking about. This is her.
So I got this pulled up right here. It says, Richie says, why are we talking about the R word now?
Oh, I can go into that really quick. So like the conversation is just normal. It's like I told you in that 10-minute window between when I blocked her and when she made the allegation. I told you she was like pinging me, and I was intentionally trying to not escalate and ignore her. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden I see that like, the R word is being like 3 or 4 times in the thread. I'm seeing it. And that's why I was like, wait, why are we talking about this out of nowhere all of a sudden? And that was like when she replied to me. And that's how I found out that she was making these lies up. This is you actually in real time are watching me realize that, oh, she's making this lie up right here. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, because you were saying you didn't see it all, and I didn't know. But that
well, no, I saw a lot of the stuff, but I didn't see anything specific when it was supposed to have happened or what apparently I'm supposed to have slipped her or anything like that.
So, but you did see that, right? So when I asked you earlier about her saying that you drugged her, you said you didn't know anything about it, right? But
I don't know the specific details. I saw the actual allegation, but I don't know what you asked me.
There would be no
gave.
Specific details. It's just the way I asked you. You kind of like, well, I don't know anything about any of those accusations.
I know, but you asked me specifically what it was, and I couldn't answer you what she made up in her mind that I gave her.
That's fair. I don't know if I asked that particularly, but if you heard it that way,
you absolutely did. You could go back and watch it, but it's okay.
Maybe, yeah. Because I thought I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt based on her accusations, and it felt a little funky, but that could be me. I apologize if that was me. But
no, it's good. I just want to make sure I'm clear here. I don't want to come off looking,
you
dishonest or anything.
You're the guy right now that needs to be clear and correct about everything, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I have some room to fail here. Mike Xiley has some room to fail here. We all have room to fail here. You are the one that has been accused of something heinous.
Yeah.
And everybody who wants to say you're guilty and everybody who wants to say Becky is a liar, we all have our biases.
Yeah, of course.
And I would hope Becky wouldn't lie about something like this, and I would hope you wouldn't do something like this. So at that
I'm honestly still surprised a little bit that she did lie about it. Honestly, because after the cops left, I went back in to get the shotgun because we didn't need the cops to know about the shotgun or whatever, just to keep things simple. I went back in just real quick to get the shotgun, and I forgot where I was going with this.
Did you get the shotgun from her? She doesn't have it anymore?
Yes, no, I took the shotgun back. She told me she was going to kill me before the cops got there, and she hit me 2 times. So I didn't feel like if she can't control her anger to not like punch me and stuff, like she probably shouldn't have a firearm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, well, we went for the cops. And then, like, that was another thing. She tried to attack me for mentioning that she hit me to the cops because when she was trying to make the cops, like, make me stand outside in the cold or something till I sobered up, I just kind of mentioned, I was like, well, I could tell them about you putting hands on me if you really, like, want to try to go that route. And all of a sudden I'm trying to get her thrown in jail and all this other, like, no, I said I could mention it. Like, it's semantics here. But honestly, if you're worried about it, maybe just don't put your fucking hands on anybody. You know, I wasn't worried about going to jail for battery because I didn't put my hands on anybody.
Yeah. Wow. The cops saw her put her hands on you? Is that what you said?
No, they weren't there yet. And I did mention it, but I didn't like ask to file a report. I'm not interested in getting her in trouble.
It never got put in a report. You didn't want
No. I haven't seen the report. I didn't file any kind of report. She says that I did, and she has a copy of it. I'm not aware of that. They didn't ask me any.
So you did not file a report?
No, absolutely not.
There's been a huge group of people that said if Richie did that to you, Becky, you should have gone to the police. And I think it's fair to say if Becky put her hands on you, you should have gone to the police in that same vein.
I agree.
And then we can't really use either of these at that point to put a mark on somebody else.
I'm not expecting you guys to like look at her differently or anything. You know, it's just a side note that she also
I can't look at her differently. I don't
that.
know her. I only know the character she portrays on screen. You know her personally. You showed us very privileged, private information of her behind the scenes life. You know, so I know there's something. I know there's something. Yeah. I think it should be regrettably. Like that's something I. It was absolutely regrettably. I will chastise you on that one because that's. I think as a man, you're a better man by not trying to hurt the person who you used to be with. That's just my personal opinion. I couldn't live your life, you know? I could never live your life.
It's not my proudest moment, but honestly, when you tell somebody you're going to do something, if they do something and then they do it, it's really hard to not follow through. It's really hard to cuck yourself like that. I was very clear that, listen, if you want to go the route of making this a disgusting public display, I'm going to participate. I'm not going to just sit here and take all of your shit. Yeah. And I sent her the video. She knew exactly what the video contained. And she decided that she wanted to make Last Night's Queens not only about me, but the prelude to a giant, disgusting lie about me.
Richie, got some things to suggest for the future.
Sure thing,
for the future, like don't date lolcows. But that's here neither here nor there.
Well, hold on. Keemstar sold me a trad wife. Keemstar sold. Go back and watch the fucking stream.
You weren't making enough money. You weren't making enough money to have a trad wife. A trad wife has two parts. The trad wife needs to be a homemaker, and then the man needs to take care of his trad wife. That's the contract.
Listen. I make plenty of money. Becky just doesn't know about it because she presented herself as a gold digger. So I kept my finances very private. That's all that is.
Okay, if you're gonna make that claim,
I left her house with $2,500 in cash that I brought for her January bills because she doesn't get paid till next month. Unfortunately, she went crazy before I gave it to her. Unfortunately for her, lucky for me, we up.
If you're gonna,
I might buy a new GPU. Honestly,
if you're gonna make that claim, fine. I will back away from that. My second point, though, is if you are dating a lolcow, you don't have to stoop to their level. Okay,
I won't be dating.
You never have to. You never have to get one up on a lolcow. You're already above them, okay? Never forget that in the future. If someone is beneath you and you're dating somebody beneath you, all you can ever do is hope for them to leave better. It's campfire rule. It's basic. It's basic when you're in a position of power or just privilege over somebody. You don't leave the campfire dirtier than when you got there. And that was a dirty fucking campfire. You didn't need to do much to make it dirtier. And that video, you kind of did. But
yeah, well, like I said, she was fully aware that the video existed. She was fully aware that I would release that video if she went the route that she went. She chose to go the route that she went. I'm not proud of it, but
I know.
Done is done.
And that's a perfectly fine answer. Perfectly acceptable answer. Anybody else have anything they're thinking with all this?
The lie detector test guy actually just DM'd me too.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely make sure that comes to fruition for sure.
Yeah, well, I want to see that.
That's interesting, yeah.
That I think that's content.
Shit, maybe we could even get it like recorded or the results recorded or something.
Oh, 100% recorded.
Yeah, I don't know how this works. I've never.
I think it should be a live special. I wish because I was the one that read the dono to you that we could have it on LolcowRewind, but that's Lolcow Live, Lolcow Queens level of entertainment right there.
I don't know. Maybe Keem will throw you guys a bone.
Well,
Daddy
we'll see.
Keem.
We'll see.
That's our show.
I think it's just so dirty and so rough, and I know a lot of our fans are
really
feeling the need to take sides on this. It's splitting the community. I can't believe that
it really is. The Discord was crazy last night. They had to nuke the main chat last night. It was crazy. People were literally fighting with each other over it. Yeah, it's not entertainment. I agree.
No, it's really kind of gross. It's really ugly. It's just like the worst side of humanity. I lament the fact that I have to put you guys all through this, despite the fact that I actually didn't do the thing. I regretfully put myself in this position, put this community in this position. I was warned so many times, and I thought I knew better than everybody. My mom warned me. Everybody in Discord warned me, and I was too fucking stupid to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, the Becky's.
People have strong feelings about Becky, whether they really like her or not.
Before this, people wanted Becky gone. After this, people want Becky gone. The problem is now, it's too messy. Like Keem said on Lolcow Live, he can't get rid of you and he can't get rid of her. You guys are both under watchful eye, and if you do anything in this community that jeopardizes TOS or other rules, you are on thin ice.
Well, listen, I've been in this Discord for a year. I'm one of the few people who actually has never been banned. You know, you can ask pretty much anybody in this community about me. I'm a pretty reasonable guy. I get along with most everybody.
You dated Becky Boop. You don't get to claim reasonable.
Listen, that's fucking Keemstar's fault.
You could have dated her by the script.
He told me she was a trad wife, bro.
You could have dated her by the script. You don't get to call yourself reasonable and date Becky Boop for 2 months. I'll throw that one out of court.
Nah,
we got out, guys. We got out.
Man, you're a grown ass man. You were able to make that decision for yourself. Keemstar didn't hold a gun to your head and say you better date her or
Richie,
else.
Xylee, it's just jest, man. It's just jokes.
Richie,
obviously, I don't really blame Keemstar.
I know that.
Richie,
because you seem like you might have believed that I really did.
Richie, you might be an R word, but you're not reasonable.
You think I'm retarded?
No, you're Richie.
Well.
I just talked to the lie detector test guy again, and he says he would actually prefer if Rewind would host that.
Sponsored
no, I'm serious.
Sponsored by Rewind.
Suck it, Mike.
he said if he sponsors it, he would prefer the show got it for the content boost.
It's a good show. It's a good one. Damn it.
You.
Well, we're definitely gonna talk about this with our boss because Keemstar.
Keem has final say on everything. True.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be on board with the lie detector though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely content. People in chat are saying this victim mentality is making me team Becky.
Content.
But
wait, I'm a victim? I'm not a victim.
There's people in chat, okay? Specifically, someone in chat said, this victim mentality is making me team Becky, but she can't take my ex-husband. I don't know. That's a random chatter.
I'm not sure what I might have come across as a victim on, but I'm not a victim. I'm okay.
You didn't read my last dono.
I think they just
Ask
mean
Richie
like
to send a
everything
screenshot
is
of
like
the video information.
there's no conceding
He's
that you
changed
did
his
anything. It's
story.
all like Becky did.
Well,
this.
I legitimately, I really didn't. I'm not the best person. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to claim that I'm some saint or anything. But like all of the things that she like said are either lies or so far from the truth that like I didn't even get mad listening to it because like it's so far from the truth. Like I don't really care if you tell people I'm a freeloader. I have my own fucking house. I run a business. Like I have everything I need. I never lived with you. I never planned to live with you. I was going to come help you with your content for a little while I'm off in my off season. I was never moving there. That was never discussed with any kind of
Richie. I want to
certainty.
I want to also hold you accountable for some comments I see people making in super chats. The Zevlum says, genuine question as I understand it, just from watching the shows, Richie is the first person to talk shit in Discord. Is that true? If yes, how can you say you wanted this to be amicable? Is that true?
No. Okay, so what happened was he's talking about the night with the Wendy's bag. So we can go into this really quick because it seems like most people aren't very clear on the Wendy's bag incident. So she was supposed to stream that night from 10 to 12. She said to me before she started streaming, it'd be nice if I could get Wendy's after the stream, but it's going to be closed by then. But then whatever happened, Rewind didn't air that night, so they ended up going an hour earlier. So I knew she was going to be getting done at 11, or I thought I knew that. So I left the house at like 10:45. I went to Wendy's. I got her and myself some food, and I brought it back. And when I came in the house, I didn't hear her screaming. I went in the kitchen. I made myself a drink. I didn't hear her screaming. I came back out. I picked the food up, and I walked to her bedroom. I didn't hear her screaming. So I thought the stream was over. I go in the bedroom door. I see the monitor. I see Mike and Tina on the monitor. Okay, now I understand the stream's still going, and she's just not screaming at this time. So I went in there quietly, and I was going to leave the bag with her food. Maybe she could sneak a bite until the stream was over or whatever. I was going to take my burger and my fries and go fuck off back to my computer room where I set it up. And I'm like getting my burger out of the bag and the fries. And she like turns to me and she's like extremely nasty. She's like, can you stop crinkling that bag? I'm streaming. Which is fine. I'm not so fucking fragile or whatever. But I thought the stream heard her talking to me like that. And I thought I should like get ahead of that because she looked like a raging cunt. So I went to the server and it was like kind of lighthearted, like, a little bit like picky, a little bit pokey. I was just like, oh, I guess I brought fresh hot dinner home and I made too much noise. Fuck me. It wasn't all that. It never needed to be all that.
To be fair, on stream she's a raging cunt.
Yeah, and that's fine. And somebody said something like, "Oh, well, she just was still in character when she talked to you." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's actually probably true. I didn't even think about that. It didn't need to be all that. It wasn't that big of a deal." But then she came in the room after the stream was over, and essentially she was mad that I DM'd Lynx. Really, this is all about that I DM'd Lynx, because after I said the thing about, oh, I brought home hot fresh food and I made too much noise, fuck me, I guess. Lynx DM'd me and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She's like, all right, well, I won't bother you anymore. And I know like her and Lynx had that whole beef and stuff. I was like, well, actually, I'm drinking and pissed off. Now's exactly when you want to be in my DMs. And I screenshot that little interaction with Lynx and I sent it to Becky, like kind of poking her a little bit. I certainly didn't expect her to like go off the fucking deep end or anything. She's had full access to my Discord. She can check all my DMs or at any point. I'm not hiding anything. I don't cheat. So, I sent her the screenshot of like the little thing with Lynx or whatever. Like, oh, I'm drinking and mad. Now's exactly when you want to be in my DMs. And so she demanded, after the stream was over, she came into the computer room where I was and demanded an apology. And when I told her I didn't really think I had anything to apologize for, that's when she's like, oh, I'm going to call the cops then. So it was like literally apologize or I'm calling the cops.
Keemstar just entered. I don't know. You got something to say, Keemstar?
What's up, Keem?
I'm put in a very, very weird, awkward situation. I was going to ask Richie privately, but I just think like it's best to be like as open as I possibly can. Richie, is there any way you could just stay away from the server for like a week until things calm down? I would really appreciate that because I need someone to be a bigger person here.
I would totally be fine with that. The only reason that I didn't already is because I've been accused of something really horrible here, and I feel like if I just disappear, people would take that as like I'm slinking away guiltily or something.
That's exactly why I wanted to ask you publicly. That was exactly why I wanted to ask you publicly.
I've been, my regular amount of presence or whatever, because like she's 100% lying, and I want to make sure that like I'm not appearing guilty when I'm definitely not. But if you're asking me, can I like give it a week break? I could absolutely do that for you. That's not an issue for me at all.
I have a question. We have a dono here from Reese saying, you didn't read my last dono. Ask Richie to send a screenshot of the video information. He's changed his story.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. I haven't changed my story either.
The previous dono was saying there was a screenshot of video information, but the video information itself wasn't clearly made what it was. So it was also...
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
We don't know what it means.
I would like to further extend my point. Becky has asked, that I ban you. I'm not going to do that. All right. You have asked and wanted for there to be no shit talk going back and forth. Just break up and, walk your separate ways.
Oh, that would have been ideal.
That's why I'm asking you for the break, right?
Yeah, I can do that for you, man. No problem.
Obviously, the week break isn't going to fix a fucking single thing, but at least, can maybe heal in time somewhat or something,
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate if like this would cost me this community, but I could just leave forever too. Like, I'll find other content. Like, it'll be okay. But like,
I'm not asking.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I don't need to force myself into like, a situation where I'm not like appreciated or whatever.
Well, luckily, you actually are appreciated by a lot of people here. It's a pretty big split. But there are people who still appreciate you here. But this is not the time to like be appreciated, right? We need some air to clear.
Of course.
We need some healing for everyone.
I just think both sides wants the other person to not be in their space, and so because
I don't care if she's in the server.
Yeah, because Becky has to be here, right? I'm like, at least a week. Can you give me just 1 week, and then we'll figure it out from there? Because I mean, this is some pretty heavy shit, and it puts me and the entire community in a weird situation,
Yeah, so what's going to happen with the lie detector then? Should I just wait till the week is over to do it?
I don't know if that's good for anyone's mental health, but
like how am I gonna like come on the stream or whatever? Like I don't know how this is gonna work.
If both parties want to do a lie detector, I'm not going to say no. I mean, that's going to be a ratings huge boost, but this isn't really content to me. This is just a giant headache.
I mean, it's a giant headache to me too, but I will absolutely snatch the opportunity to prove that bitch is lying about me.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Richie.
All right, man. We'll see you in a week then.
Yeah, Richie, we just got the person bring up the timestamps again.
Richie said on the Discord that he took the video because of what happened with Richie.
Richie said on the Discord that he took the video because of what happened with Richie. Now he's saying he took the video before he was arrested. Send the video.
I was never arrested. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, Richie was never arrested. He took the video.
I took the video when I was standing in the living room waiting for the cops to get there. I was actually walking to the living room.
So basically, you knew what you're saying is that you knew the cops were called.
Yep.
And then you took that video as you were waiting for the cops to arrive.
What I was actually doing, I was walking to the living room to meet the cops at the door. I knew they would be there fairly soon. I wanted to have my phone out and recording in case that she tried to say I hit her, or she tried to hit me, or she did anything kind of crazy. And when I was taking my phone out to record, I said, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just record on my way to the living room in case, God forbid, I should happen to need this deterrent or whatever. And again, it's not my proudest moment, but that's what happened. It's what I did. I'll cop to it.
All right. And that's what I filmed when I was waiting for the cops. She knew the video existed and would be released if she slandered me, which she did.
After the fact, the next day I sent her a copy of the video before Queens aired, before I blocked her. It's all like one thing. I told her, listen, if you want to make this ugly, I will make it ugly too. I have this video. Hopefully we don't have to go down this road. So she was aware of the video the very next day. She didn't come out of her room at the time when I had recorded it yet.
Now, Richie, you were talking about being kind of instigating her with links and DMs and everything.
Right. This is before any fights, though. This was like just kind of fun, flirty. We weren't fighting or anything.
Okay. Were you shooting your shot with a Foot Girl?
No.
I've heard a lot of things happen after this, like you going talk to other women in the Discord.
I've talked to no other women sexually in the Discord. The only thing that I said was, Foot Girl could get it because Becky said that I had erectile dysfunction, and the truth is that she was just too gross for me to complete the job.
Well, you also said you were Team Glammy.
I never said. I said I was Team Glammy for the boxing match.
You said, well, I guess I'm Team Glammy now.
We were talking about the boxing match.
Is it true the only time you were able to become aroused was when you were fucking Becky in the room next door to your mom?
No, the only time that I fucked her to completion, though, was when we were in my clean house, my clean bed, and I wasn't picking cat hair out of my mouth and dodging cat urine and cat shit smells in my nose. And stinky pussy, to be honest.
Yuck.
She made me wait 8 days. The first time I went there, she made me wait 8 days for her to go take a shower. I didn't ask her for sex, but like she was like, oh, well, I'll go take a shower soon and we can like fool around. And she did that for 8 days. And she kept putting it off. I never asked for sex, but she kept bringing it up, putting it off for like 12-hour intervals, and she didn't shower for 8 days. And I'm not exaggerating, and I'm not trying to be mean, but like this is obviously somebody with some like some problems. You know what I mean?
Look, I'm not going to argue that Becky has problems. I want to say that I don't think that we need to add on to her problems at this point.
Well, she's certainly trying to add on to mine. So
yeah, we need to figure that out.
If she's going to speak lies, I'm going to speak my truth.
And if she's lying, this is another problem she's going to have to deal with.
She's definitely lying, but I don't know that anything will ever come out of it, unfortunately. She'll probably just get away with it, which is probably fine too.
Yeah. Well, in this week off, I think you shouldn't dwell on any of this shit.
Oh, I'm over it. I'm so over it. Right now, all I'm worried about is damage mitigation from the lies. That's really all I care about.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question.
Sure.
Kind of going back. All right. So why did you date Becky, like, initially? Like, why did you, like, seriously date Becky and it not just be content and not just be a show thing?
I genuinely liked her.
Okay.
I still think that she was like 95% great. It was just that 5% was a little too toxic,
Okay.
And like I say 95%, I'm talking about like personality. Like, there was obviously some hygiene issues and some house cleaning issues.
Shadow Humor message said, "Holy F, what are we watching, chat? This is a couple breaking up. This isn't content, no confrontation, nothing. Who are we right now? These fucking people brought it to the Discord and literally split this community in half. There are shambles beyond their breakup. They're breaking up a community through this shit. And it needs to be addressed. It's not your choice.
It had to be.
But it's messy.
No, it is. And I don't even want to be on here.
Yeah. Listen, if Keemstar hadn't addressed this on Lolcow Live, content creators have literally canceled people for not talking stuff like this going on in the Discord and stuff coming up and they tried to hide it and shit like that. Keem had to say something on Lolcow Live.
Sunlight is the best disinfectant, 100%. It's ugly, but like now that the accusation has been made, it has to be. Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, I'm extremely regretful that this played out this way. I would have much rather had a nice, quiet, nice to know you, take care. Like I've had with every other girlfriend I've ever had in my entire life.
How many girlfriends can we get on the show in a week from now that we can talk about your past history?
None. I'm banned from the server for a week.
Yeah, after the week I said.
I'm not gonna go bothering my ex-girlfriend.
Well, then don't bring them up as a fucking character witness.
I'm just saying, like I'm on speaking terms with everybody.
I know. I just don't like people who like. There's a few things you said tonight. They were like, "Look, I'm the most reasonable person."
Not the most reasonable.
I'm one of the only people that hasn't been banned from the server. Like you're making these claims, these character witness claims that you're making yourself, and I just have to hold them accountable for you because they matter for nothing in the grand scheme of things. This is your opinion of yourself, which should be high. It should be clean. And I hope it is. But I'm not going to allow. It's not a fact. It's an opinion.
It's a fact.
Right?
No, it's a fact that I don't have any ex-girlfriends who I have the relationship.
And you can't present them, so then it's no longer a fact.
It's still a fact.
It's your claim. It's a claim.
Okay, it's a claim, sure.
And that's fine. You can make these claims. But the problem is people are making claims. And so we need to not have biased claims on either side. And I'm getting worked up only because I hear you making these claims, and then these seem like red flags to me. And I want to believe you're the good guy because I want to believe everybody's the good guy. The problem is, the truth is, everybody's fucked up, and the two of you are both fucked up. And you're fucked up for being together. You're fucked up for bringing it to this community, and it's fucked up that we have to deal with this. But still, no matter how fucked up you are, you're both human beings, and there's a world after all of this, and we have to get through this to get to that world. And I want to help bring you and Becky to that world.
True.
We very good at this job, Billy. You're very good.
Can we pick an easier claim to look at that doesn't have me bothering my exes? Can we look at the one where I've never been banned from the server? Keem can check that pretty easy.
Okay, well that don't make.
There's a lot of people that haven't been banned, and there's even more people. There's even more people that haven't fucked Becky. But. You know what sucks about all this? You know what sucks about all this, Richie? If you were a better man, you and Becky would be happy right now. You know that, right?
I doubt that.
I think a better man could have made Becky happy.
Good luck with that, buddy.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's my opinion. That's my claim.
That's okay. you can have that opinion with no information over there. That's fine. Come meet her, hang out with her for a little while, and we'll see how you feel. Hey,
Richie, I think you're a better man for not being with her too. So it goes both ways. I don't think you two are meant for each other. And this dirty ass breakup.
She told me that I was probably too good for her.
I hate when women say that because you know what? You're right, bitch. But I'm still trying to fucking make this work, so shut the fuck up. I don't need your insecurities telling me what's right or wrong. I'm the man in this relationship. I will let you know when it's done. And then I would leave quietly and not post pictures of her dirty-ass house. Because I'm a really good toxic person, okay? I'm one of the best toxic people I know.
Or go on a stream saying that she stinks and she has a nasty...
Damn it, right?
Oh, she said very unflattering things about me, didn't she?
Yeah.
She'd be the better person.
It's like because when you start to play bottom feeder dirty games, you become the dirty bottom feeder, right?
This isn't my game, bro.
You're playing it.
Well, I've been thrust into it.
That's what I feel like.
You feel like what? I'm sorry.
I feel like you're gaslighting everyone.
Oh, I'm not gaslighting anybody. What am I gaslighting about?
The whole situation. It just you're perfect.
No, I am not. No, I am not perfect.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like both of you are toxic as fuck, and
Wow,
you
that's
got
wild.
into a relationship and it turned into a hurricane. Bro, you can't tell me you're not toxic when you literally took a video of her house and how dirty it was and posted it on Discord for everybody.
I took the video as an insurance policy. I really expected that I would never have to get posted.
Yeah, but insurance policy of what though?
Because I saw how she treated Review Tech after they broke up and they never even really dated.
Yeah, but what does
that's what abusers do. I feel like an abuser would be like, hey, don't talk about me or they're gonna see this.
Don't talk about me, but like
everybody knows I hate this bitch. I do. I hate this bitch.
Listen, she has a platform. I don't.
Okay, I get that.
She preaches to 5,000 people live every night. I talk to like 4 people in Discord.
You know how many people hate her?
But I'm just saying she still has a platform that I don't have access to, and I was covering my ass.
Hey, it's Michael.
I already said I'm not proud of the decision, but I still stand by it.
Here's my question: what kind of insurance policy is her dirty ass house that she don't know how to fucking clean? What is that protecting you from? I don't understand what kind of insurance policy is that.
I was supposed to protect me from her going on and lying about me for 90 minutes. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It's just saying, like, stay in line, or I'll release this.
But yeah, like, just we can keep this ugly, or we can keep it nice.
Richie,
it's not my shining moment or anything.
Your mouth runs too much.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
New rabbit holes. You're sort of trauma dumping, coping about all this.
I don't know.
Enjoy your week off.
Also, there is an element of hypocrisy there. The way she was talking down to Tina and like talking about Ruby's house and stuff.
Of course, but Becky is built on hypocrisy. Becky is
I'm just saying
Becky exists
there is an element
because of this stuff, right? Well, like you can't be like Mr. Wolf. Becky did it, so can I. Because then then you're just telling us you're on Becky's level. And we've established her as a lolcow.
I'm not making excuses. I'm only offering explanations.
And the dono that just came
Chad's
in.
right. You blackmailed her.
No, it's not blackmail. That is not blackmail.
That is blackmail.
That's the definition.
If you don't that's literally blackmail. That's literally blackmail. If you talk anything sideways about me, I'm going to show
that's not what
video.
I said. That's not what I said.
What'd you say?
I asked her not to go online and lie about me for 2 hours straight.
Or else. Blackmail.
Or else.
What I actually said was we can make this as dirty as you want. Like, maybe it's blackmail. I don't know. Maybe it is.
That is. I hate to say this, but that is blackmail.
I wasn't looking for any kind of gain. I was only looking to preserve my name and my image.
It's only yeah, and I think you did a really good job of doing that for people that already hated Becky, and then you humanized her for people who didn't. Because you did something that was dirty and low.
Well, again, I'll say I am not perfect, and I am not above errors, and I'm not above mistakes and learning from them and moving on. So it's possible that was a really vile thing to do. Maybe it's worse than I even understand. I understand it was ugly. I don't know if I think that it was as bad as maybe some of the implications are suggesting. Maybe I'll have to reflect on that for a little while. Maybe I can bring myself to a new position on it. But ultimately, I honestly just felt like I was doing what I needed to do to try to get out of this as clean as possible.
And
self-preservation is the foremost human instinct.
And yet it's so dirty. Right here, we have Retro just gave a dono, said, Rich, you didn't come on here looking any better. Your mouth runs too much and opens up new rabbit holes. You're sort of trauma dumping, coping about all this. And they say, enjoy your week off touching grass. But like, that's like, you say you want to come out of this clean.
I don't have trauma. I want to come out of the breakup clean, not this. This wasn't even this didn't exist when that happened. Right?
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I didn't know we were breaking up permanently. It was just like a split second decision.
You want her back?
Absolutely not. I don't date women who weaponize the police. Number one, she wasted police resources. Number two, I could have been shot. Those cops could have came in. You never know how cops are going to come. They could be coming in hot, all jacked up. And
you had a shotgun in your possession, right?
Well, there was a shotgun in the house somewhere at the time. Yeah.
It's okay. They probably wouldn't have been able to find the shotgun anyway.
Probably not.
You just got what I said. Yeah. Huh? It just hit you.
That's good.
But yeah, no. As soon as she called,
this is messy. I hate shit like this because this is so fucking messy, and this is why I keep my opinions reserved on shit like this. This is way
at the moment. At the moment of apologize or I'm calling the police is when I knew for sure I was 100% done.
How much of the eyebrow shaving of Becky did you two plan out beforehand?
None.
So you just shaved her eyebrows without consent? You just walked up to her?
No, it wasn't without consent.
Well, she knew it was coming, or what?
Well, it was decided the day before. That you'd maybe 10 or 15 minutes before the stream. She asked me if I would want to do it for her.
Okay.
If she actually had to do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's because someone brought up that you look like a psycho freak from that point on. And I just wanted to clear that up, that you guys had talked about it,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
From your opinion, at least. Like, obviously, you could be lying about all this, but like, it's nice to have that on record. Richie, what do you got to say to girls who are looking for a man? You single?
No, I'm not single, man.
Good call. Stop dating online. Fuck.
I actually had already met somebody.
Okay.
It was I didn't cheat or anything, but like I met a nice girl and I called her today.
All right. You guys got an opinion about that, Xylee?
I mean, that's a little shady, you know.
You just got out of a relationship where
I'm gonna take a girl out for coffee. It's all right. I go nice and slow. It's not a big deal.
Richie, I'm not going to question.
You need some time to chill and gather yourself. And
no, I'm okay.
I'm not going to question your dating choices, Richie, because we already seen the one you did with Becky. Like, you're not going to make great decisions either way. Go get your fucking coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Triangular flag on post. Triangular flag on post.
Damn,
triangular flag on post.
God damn.
Triangular
Listen,
flag
I promise
post.
you, the second she said apologize or call the cops,
Richie,
I was really done. I'm no longer emotionally invested in this person. I'm no longer interested in wasting any more time on them. They
Richie
are
is with me now less than 3.
That's too toxic of a trait for me to look past. I looked past a lot of stuff with Becky, but that was just one that I couldn't look past.
And that's fine to look past, but then like 2 days later, like, yeah, I got like another chick. We're like,
well, I mean,
he said, no, I'm not single. I was like, what?
I'm technically single, but I'm not interested in meeting somebody else. I'm going to go meet the one girl who I'm going to go have coffee with. I don't date 2 girls at a time. I do one at a time.
Yeah.
I hear Bridget in the living room laughing about this. Like, she's like, what the fuck?
She just
I know Bridget's like, excuse me, what?
She's been commenting, and I've been like pushing her comments a little bit out.
I'm sorry, my potential coffee date is so offensive.
But yeah, she just dropped a dono, just calling red flags on Richie hardcore.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't imagine getting the cops called, having a messy ass breakup, the world is being told that you R-worded and stuff, and hey, I'm gonna take this girl out for coffee.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do the R-word stuff. That's completely baseless.
Well, I understand.
It has no actual weight on how I feel day to day. I didn't do it.
No, and I get that, but you're going through all this, and it's just like.
And I met a nice girl. I'm going to take her out for coffee. I don't understand why that's so fucking important.
He was a nice girl.
Well, I feel like he thinks Becky's still hung up on him, so he said that
apartment hunting for this guy.
That's what I think.
No, I don't think she's still hung up on me. I think that she wants you, buddy.
I'm taken.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know that's right.
Richie, are you apartment hunting with this girl you're taking on a coffee date? Are you moving in with her?
No.
Allie in our viewer base seems to think so.
Oh, that's okay.
Is Allie the girl you're taking on a coffee date? Is she outing you? You guys are going apartment hunting?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
You never know what somebody's real name is based on their screen name, but it's unlikely.
Did you meet this person online?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you kind of just alluded to that, right?
No.
Thank you, Michael. I picked up on that too.
Yeah,
Michael.
you said you don't know what someone's real name is based on their screen name.
That's why I asked.
Because he just said the girl's screen name in chat. I know the girl's real name in real life. I don't know her YouTube name.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, that makes.
Yeah, sorry.
Hamstring says you're so eager to use your limp wiener on another soul. I'm going to say this. Richie said his wiener was only limp because it was hard for him to fuck within the mounds of stench and garbage. Okay?
Yes.
He's claiming his wiener works when he's like, the reason why Becky said he could only get it up in the room next to his mom, he said, was because he was fucking in a clean room at that point. So
listen, Richie,
we'll lay that one down.
I will just say, if that's true, go to Hims. Okay, they work wonders. Okay, they're very good pills.
I've never taken a dick pill. My dick has always worked.
Yeah, this stream,
I've been taking them for like 2 months. I love them.
This stream is sponsored by Hims. Have a Hims if you want to fuck in a garbage pile. You'll be able to fuck through Roach Gang, through hoarder houses. You'll be able to walk into a mountain of absolute trash with a hard on. You can fuck your way through the garbage.
I hate you so much for that.
Use code REWIND at Hims checkout.
That was actually good. That was actually really good.
If you're backed into a corner that you got to fuck your way out of,
I believe it was Tupac who said fuck the world, and I will believe Tupac couldn't have done it without Hims. Use code REWIND at checkout.
I'm so done with all of you.
Well, there's hers too, Xylee. Don't feel left out.
There is hers.
Okay, great. You know what? Awesome. Good job.
We got Viagra. You got Niagara. Let it fall.
I don't have any issues, so I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
We need an HR department.
Yes, we do.
I'm the first to
go.
One.
To the Lolcow universe. He looks
Pause
worse
real
the
quick.
more he speaks.
Actually, I might be.
This is so gross and disrespectful to Becky. Richie, you posted stuff in Discord. Becky didn't even bring anything up until then.
Billy Blue Boy says that Becky didn't bring up anything until after you posted stuff in Discord, which is why, like, her bringing up these allegations, even though Richie started it, it's like very poor timing to bring up the allegations, whether they're true or false.
It's false, though. I didn't say anything about her until she started talking about me.
Okay.
The only thing before she talked about me was the initial post that started the fight. Okay. Which again,
talking about when you were posting like 3 o'clock in the morning about how like y'all broke up and you're on your way home.
No, that was later. That was after the fight. This was before the fight.
Hey, but Richie, let's be honest. Why'd you bring that Wendy's bag in? Why were you crinkling that Wendy's bag?
She asked for it.
That's abusive. She was. You said she was asking for it.
I don't even eat.
She was asking
I don't even eat fast
Richie?
food, bro.
She was asking for it.
I don't even eat fast food, bro.
Oh,
but her house was so dirty, I couldn't cook in there, and she certainly doesn't cook. So I sacrificed and I ate Wendy's.
Ayo, did you get the chili?
That's the first time I ate Wendy's since 2013.
Did you get the chili?
Nah, I just got a Dave's double and a large fries.
The chili is so good. How you like the Dave's double?
The chili is so good.
The Dave's doubles are. I mean, it's fast food. Fast food's pretty mid.
Have you tried the Becky's single yet?
No.
It's got guzzler sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy's so good at this. I'm just like admiring Billy right now. I'm in love.
Bro, this is what I have to deal with every night.
Billy, do you get that with or without cat food on it?
I don't know, man. I never had the cat food burger. The Becky's single. Come on.
I have on one of my videos. That's a different thing.
Ew, y'all are disgusting. I hate all of you.
Now, Richie, normally I'm making jokes all episode, and
that's not a light topic.
I've started making jokes again, which means we're gonna need to get to the end of this heavy topic. Is there anything else we should go over before?
No, I'm sorry if I didn't present as well as I hoped or whatever.
There was no way.
I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm perfect. I don't think I did nothing wrong or anything like that. I want to make sure that I'm clear.
There was no way you were going to come out of this perfect because there is dirt on both sides of the fence. But
yeah, of course.
But we're not saying you are what she alleged.
Yeah, no.
We are saying we don't know. And that's the worst fucking part, and we want to heal this community.
Well, let's get that lie detector thing going. And
the lie detector sounds great. And I want to say this, Richie. If we got to sacrifice both of you to see this community heal, I think that's an option we should be willing to take. I hope that it can heal without that.
I agree, actually.
I hope it can heal without that.
The only other thing I would say is not Richie123 is definitely not my alt, and you guys don't have to worry about that.
God damn it. God damn it. All right.
Toxic. toxic.
Anything else you
Oh,
want to
it's
say?
a
to
joke,
Richie?
I
Riley.
make a video with the intent to blackmail if you believed she had nothing on you.
Yeah,
Very
the
Zeus.
Gamers Asylum want to drop this in real quick with a super chat. Why make a video with the intent to blackmail if you believe she had nothing on you?
Well, I mean, I knew that she was probably gonna like just run her mouth, like all the same shit she said about RTU, like about his little dick and his dick doesn't work, just all the classic female bullshit.
Yeah.
Just like why drag me? There's no need for it. Be an adult.
Being an adult would mean don't film her house and upload it to the internet too, right?
I don't know if that's true.
I know it's true.
I feel like insurance is a very adult idea.
I guarantee you.
What about dragging her on here afterwards? You're not being the adult now.
Oh, I mean, I'm not like seeking to drag her here. I'm just being honest, answering the questions that are being asked of me.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate that part of the reason that I wasn't able to finish with her is because she was odorous, but that's the facts.
I do think of the dragging that you've done tonight is pretty equal to the dragging that Becky did. So for that, I think that's
Well, again,
enough.
I would just say I didn't seek to come out here and drag her. I actually kind of feel bad for Becky. I wish her all the best. I want nothing but good things to happen for her.
I think that's the way you want to go on forward with this.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I hope that everybody can get past this and we can stop hurting as a community because of a couple people who have gross sex.
Yeah. Not quite sure what that means, but sure.
You two had gross sex, Richie.
That's probably true. It was definitely true.
Yeah. All right, Richie. Thank you for calling in. I hope that.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to my piece. It's been kind of frustrating to have all this shit being said about me and not at least be able to say my side. So I appreciate the opportunity to do that. Again, I will say one more time that the sexual abuse allegations are 100% false. There's zero basis in reality, and it is an unhinged ex-girlfriend trying to slander me and sully my good name, so to speak.
Yeah. All right, Richie. Thanks for calling in.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
Calling in.
Have a good night.
All right.
Oh.
I hate the subject. I hate it. I was so fucking uncomfortable that whole time, bro, because I don't want to be in the middle of this shit. I don't. That's why I was sitting here like a bump on a log and everybody's like, Billy's carrying the show. Yes, Billy's carrying the show because I felt uncomfortable as that conversation. Good God, bro.
I feel like they're both
in the middle of this shit.
I feel like they're both pieces of shit in this situation, and they're both coming off like pieces of shit.
Yes.
And like there was no reason to come on here and say that her pussy stinks or the disgusting nature of her house. Like
but at the same time though, she was talking about how he had a limp dick. So I mean,
but see, he loses the ability to say he's taking the high road and say like, she needs to act like an adult if he is not acting like an adult.